Hi guys, it's Fabilita and welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing great today. I wanted to start talking about the ending of our quarantine period. I'm finally allowed to go outside again. It started off last Friday that we were allowed to go outside. So the first thing that I did was actually go to a Starbucks on my moto. I got a nice Vespa. I will show you some pictures of that as well. So we went to Starbucks, which is funny because I used to hate Starbucks, or not hate it, but I used to, call it basic. I don't know why, maybe just the stigma that it has, or maybe just because it's too expensive. It was too expensive for me to afford it. But anyway, I went there, I got a nice frappuccino. And the thing that always happens at Starbucks or at any other place where you can choose if you want cream on your drink or not. If you say you don't want cream, they put it anyway. I've had it at multiple places like Burger King and now at Starbucks as well. They just put it on there, they just like it. Maybe it makes it look like there's more in the cup. I'm not really sure why they do it. Funny enough, last Friday was an international game. The World Cup is going on. So the international game started at 6 and I decided to leave the house around 5. So you can imagine that the traffic was crazy. I don't know how people get their driving license sometimes, but they do, and it was just crazy how people were driving. They were crossing lanes that they shouldn't be crossing, and they were just trying to rush home, obviously. I myself am not really a football fan, but I have people close to me that are, and obviously a lot of other people in this town are a football fan as well. If you could see them drive, it was crazy. After being stuck inside for 10 to 14 days, I don't know exactly, I lost count at some point. I obviously didn't practice walking outside. And one of the things that scare me outside are those metal coverings that they have when they're, for example, trying to repair the streets or something. So there's a hole underneath it and then you have a metal plate where you can walk over. I am not a fan of those things. I don't know why, but it just gives me anxiety or it just stresses me out to walk over them. And my friends usually make fun of me for it. So I always walk around as much as I can. And funny enough, yesterday I was avoiding them. And then there was this one man with a dog that was actually walking there as well. And the dog refused to walk over it. So I felt like I was connecting with that dog. Another thing that happened last weekend was that I went to McDonald's because I really fancied the milkshake. First I went to Five Guys, but then I thought, no, the good McDonald's milkshakes, the strawberry flavored one that you always get if the machine isn't broken, as we all know. So I went to McDonald's, and when I came there I was just looking through the machine because you have those self-ordering machines there, and I couldn't find any milkshakes. I looked everywhere and I was confused because I was like, okay, why are they not on the menu? So then we actually asked one of the workers there where we could order a milkshake, only to find out that McDonald's hasn't been selling milkshakes since a year ago. No one told me. Obviously this shows how often I go to McDonald's. I really never go to McDonald's. But it was just such a surprise. I did not know that they cut out completely the milkshakes. And now that they're also having wooden spoons when you order a McFlurry. One thing that I did like was that they had Oreo peanut butter McFlurry. So I tried that one instead and it was tasty. I loved it. And obviously with the wooden spoon, it did taste a little bit like wood. But it's good for the environment, so that was more than worth it as well. Because my birthday was in the quarantine, so when I was not allowed to go outside, I didn't get to celebrate it with my family. So that was one thing that I really wanted to do as soon as I could go there and come outside again. So what I did was that I went there yesterday night, actually, in the night because it's too warm during the day. It was 41 degrees at some point. So I went there, we had a barbecue. It was amazing to see my family again, even though it was only a few days that I didn't see them, and just to celebrate it with them. My mom made this amazing chocolate cake that she has been making for us since we were young every year, and it's just so tasty. I still have some in the fridge, which I'm just slowly nomming on and eating it all up. Another thing was that my grandfather was there, and it's just great to be able to spend these moments with my family, because I think in that sense I'm lucky to be close to my family now. It hasn't always been like that. So now I'm really happy to spend every moment that I can with them. I go there every week because in the end, when I was away from them, I really missed it. And now that I'm here, I really want to take advantage of the fact that I can. Because not everyone can, obviously. So another thing that my mom gifted was this beautiful bracelet. Kind of a sucker for jewelry when it comes to emotional value of it. So when someone special gives it to me, I really appreciate it and I really hold it close. So this is a nice gift that I will be keeping on me as long as I can. Another gift that she gave me was something arts and crafts kind of thing. It was again with ropes. As you might have remembered, my friend actually gave me a knitting course as well. And it's just to make different things, like with a sort of knitting. You get this round hoop made out of wood. I'm not sure what the name is. I should have definitely checked it out beforehand. But she gifted me that because she says that I should learn to be more patient. Patience is really not my strong point. I have no patience when it comes to anything in life. I would rather have things done now than tomorrow. And that is something that I have been trying to improve on myself, because obviously not only for other people when I get a little bit impatient, but also for myself to be able to just relax and wait for the outcome. That would be something that would help me in life. So that is something that I'm definitely trying to improve. And my mom obviously knows me a lot, so she gifted me that gift so that I could learn to be patient and to see the end result come to life, so to say. So that is something. On the cake that I told you about earlier, she put like lovely sprinkles, and then when we were there and she wanted to light the candles actually broke. So I've turned 23 years old and both of the candles broke. One of the candle had a broken stick, where the one that you put inside the cake, and the other candle just broke in half. So we tried to do a little bit of crafting and put the candles back together, but we were not very successful. I did have, because of that, the most amazing video that I have made so far of me blowing out the candle and the candle just giving up on life, basically. So one thing that I'm having while recording this video is that I have cat hair on my face. It itches a lot. It's not the most nice feeling that you can have. So one of the things that I really need to purchase is a vacuum cleaner. At least a small vacuum cleaner, so if anyone wants to donate one. The thing is that a vacuum cleaner for me is a nervous purchase. It's one of those things that you want to buy something proper. You want to buy the correct one that can handle cat hair, especially my cat's hair, which is a lot. And that just works according to my needs. Because where I'm living now, usually people don't use vacuum cleaners. They just use a brush and then a mop to clean the floor. But the thing is, if you have a cat, the hair comes and sticks to the rug, for example, or it sticks to the sofa, or it sticks to my face, like I'm having now. And I haven't had the cat for that long. I adopted him, he's 14 years old. And when I adopted him, obviously I had in mind that he would lose hair, but the amount and the fact that it sticks to my sofa, it's just easier to have a vacuum cleaner. But as I said, I've been putting it off because I'm scared of buying the wrong one, because I just have not a great knowledge for vacuum cleaners, to be honest. I don't know if any of you guys have a good tip. I would like to have a small thing that I can just use, but I definitely have to look into it more and just make a choice eventually. But as I said, it's just one of those purchases that you want to put off until you know for sure that you buy the right one. Because in the end, you don't want to be buying vacuum cleaners every month. You just want one that works and you just keep it for as long as you can. I hope you guys haven't been able to spot how sweaty I am in this moment. It is crazy temperatures. Honestly, I'm melting. There's a song in my mother tongue that is actually about a lady that is melting on a bench. So that's what I feel like now. When I finally completed my time in self-isolation, I went out because my guinea pigs needed hay. They're picky hay eaters, and the problem is that if you don't give them their hay on time, they will shout and scream and squeal. They are easier than plants because they actually let you know what they need, and they will let you know loud. So I went to the pet shop to get them some hay. And I thought, okay, there's another hay on sale. I'm just gonna get that one. I mean, it's the same vitamins, it's the same type of hay, and it's the same flavor, and it's everything basically the same, but it's just a different brand. So I bought that hay, and just thinking that it would be fine, took it back home. They were screaming when they heard the rattling of the bag, put it in their cage, and you guessed it, it's not the hay that they wanted. So they've been picking at it, but they've been shouting to get other hay all this time. And it's been a few days now. So that's how picky they are. And it's hay. I mean, obviously they have their normal food, which is a complete food that they have without missing any vitamins. They can go without hay because there's definitely hay in the food as well. But obviously it's good for their teeth to grind on the hay, and it's just better for their health and their digestion in general. So obviously I just put in that hay and I didn't want it. So now I'm debating, because I bought 2 bags because it was on sale, if I should really buy the other hay or if I should just wait it out. Because obviously, like I said, they have all the nutrition that they need. And they are picking at it, but they're just screaming for something else. I have been giving them more carrots because, you know, they want their food. I went to the park this weekend. There's a lovely park here around where you have those boats, those paddle boats in the shape of a swan and in the shape of a flamingo and a dragon, I think, as well, and a duck. And there was all these baby ducks and their parents and these baby geese and their parents and even turtles. It was really nice, apart from the fact that it was so hot. But it was doable because you're close to the water. There was a lot of shade because of the trees, and it was just nice to see the nature after being locked inside. And I made some videos there as well, so I'll be sharing that with you guys. It was just amazing to be outside and to see nature again. Had a nice Coca-Cola, listened to some good music because there was actually good music playing at the bar there, and just walked around a bit. Well, that was it for today. Obviously, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I've said multiple times now, if you love this video, like it. If you want to see more, subscribe. Obviously, if you have any content that you want me to discuss, share it with me in the email. And if you don't mind sharing the video, please do so. Thank you for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.